I was rather looking forward to the Mighty Ducks because I'd heard things about this one, and just for context, it has 6.7 on IMDb across 72,000 reviews and ratings, which is a rating, so I had quite high hopes for this, and I'm pleased to say it really delivered. This was released in 1992. It's directed by Stephen Herrick, written by Stephen Brill, and it stars Emilio Estevez as Gordon, and Gordon is a lawyer and he is caught drink driving. So he is sentenced to 500 hours, I believe, of community service, and that involves coaching a kids' ice hockey team. And initially, he doesn't seem like the right kind of person for the job, but obviously as the film progresses, things start to go in a really positive direction. He gets to know the kids, we get to know the kids more, but that's not to say there aren't obstacles along the way. And I rather enjoyed it as a concept. I thought it worked really well. It absolutely could have just been about a peewee hockey team without that extra layer of a lawyer being forced to do this for community hours. But by giving it that extra dimension, it makes the character of Gordon more interesting, and it makes his abilities questionable as well, because he doesn't, as far as we know, seem like the right kind of person for the job, and I think that made it a little bit more fascinating. So I appreciate the extra effort to build the narrative up a little bit and offer something a little bit different, because there are many films about kids' sports teams and the successes and obstacles that they face, but this one was just a little bit more detailed, and I really appreciated that. Really liked him as a character as well. The kids were really great. I didn't connect with any one kid over the other, which I think is a good thing, because to me it seemed like it was more balanced, and pretty much every child got enough screen time and enough focus on their character. So I really like that, but I don't have a personal favourite. And I can say that while I do not care for hockey in the slightest, that didn't affect my enjoyment of the film at all, because obviously hockey is the backdrop. It's more about teamwork, building on abilities and working together and compromise and all of the other great lessons that I guess do come with being in a sports team. But if you are into hockey, then there is plenty of that there to enjoy as well. But the point there is that if, like me, you don't care about hockey, it doesn't matter. It's still really thoroughly enjoyable. So depending on what you want to get out of this, it can be a different experience. But in general, I'd recommend it to everybody who's looking for a fun film with some great characters and performances, some really great messages, and a very well-paced narrative as well. We get to the point pretty quickly, and that gives us plenty of time to get to know the characters, to develop the narrative. The film is a little longer than I expected for a family film of the 90s. It's about an hour and 45 minutes, but at the same time, it felt like it went really quickly, so I never felt like it was too slow or like the time was too long. And there are actually, I think, 2 other Mighty Ducks films. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I am looking forward to watching the next one, and hopefully the one after that. Really enjoyed this. I had high hopes based purely on things I'd heard about it. I didn't know exactly what to expect from it, and I'm surprised I hadn't seen it as well. As a Disney fan, born in the 90s, in fact, born the year that this was released, I feel like it should have been on my radar at some point. It feels like the kind of film I would have rented from the video store, but I don't ever remember doing that, and I'm glad that I have finally made the effort to watch it, because I really enjoyed Mighty Ducks, looking forward to the next one, and very happy to recommend this one.